Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, or SWOTS for short, is a tycoon game that takes place in an alternate timeline where the Chinese organ trade was never banned in 2007. You start the game by clicking this big red button, and then your window of opportunity for trading has begun. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to accept customer requests, buy the organ that they ask for on the market, and sell it to them for a profit. Each organ has 5 categories: type, size, condition, blood type, and rarity. In the beginning, the only ones that will really matter is type and occasionally size, but as you progress, each request you take will become more and more specific. On some occasions, select customers will give you a set deadline that you need to provide the organs by. This can make it exceedingly difficult, especially considering that organs are not always readily available to purchase, and even if they are, they may exceed the price that the buyer is willing to pay, so you will sometimes be stuck waiting for a product to become available and affordable to have any chance at making a sale. With each sale you fulfill, you also gain reputation. This is vital for getting higher profile customers. If you cancel an order, your reputation will go down. Another method of gaining reputation, if you have the money for it, is favoring competing traders. This will grant you quite a bit of reputation, but with a hefty price tag most of the time. Personally, my preferred way of interacting with traders is just to pay them off, so I can monopolize the market and not have to worry about them snatching my organs. The money you make from your lucrative enterprise can be spent on hull upgrades for your ship. These upgrades are a bit of a double-edged sword, as some organs can decay and cause corrosive damage, and while there are safer upgrades that reduce this, they can't hold nearly as many organs as their volatile counterparts. So naturally, I chose the ship that holds the most amount of organs with no regard for personal safety. The brief description for this particular upgrade goes as follows: a hole in reality, torn open with the sole objective of holding an absurd quantity of meat, endless organs in a portal of blood, increased organ decay rate, God help us all. Well, that sounds extremely ominous, but it can't be that bad, right? What have I done? I think this is a really good upgrade feature, as instead of just being encouraged to mindlessly climb the upgrade ladder, it makes you think about what the best course of action is, because choosing the hull that has the highest capacity also requires the highest amount of repairs, which is just another layer of micromanaging you have to undertake. I would also like to mention that there are many different characters that you interact with, each fitted with their own personality and reason for wanting particular organs. Some of the most notable ones are a robot that suffers from his sentience, a questionably aged crypto bro, a Lovecraftian cult leader, and a dog-like creature that is legally not a dog. It's really nice that they gave personality to these characters, as this makes the game far more enjoyable. However, if you're interested in making some real money, forget interacting with those chumps and allow me to introduce you to the Shanghai Stock Exchange. It's pretty simple. Invest when low, sell when high. Sometimes your investment might plummet, but as long as you don't panic sell like a moron, you're always guaranteed to make profit. One of my best investments was when I saw the value of kidneys had gone down drastically. Now, I'm a gambling man, you can ask my debt collector about that. So I invested over 1 million credits into kidney stocks, which was about 2/3 of my total balance at the time. After just 3 in-game days, my investment had paid off. Kidney prices had skyrocketed to above 800% what I initially paid, turning my 1 million into a comfortable $9 million. This is when I became blinded by my greed. I thought I could make more money if I attempted to rig the market, so I attempted this for over an hour, testing various different methods, and while I'm no expert on economics, it seemed that no matter what I did in an attempt to alter the stock market, only caused pain and suffering. So after this, I went back to making small investments and trading organs as usual, when I noticed something strange. While looking for something that a customer wanted, I noticed a particular organ selling for just 12 credits. This is not normal, as it's well below its average of 2,000 to 3,000 each. So I took my chance and invested $1 million into it, and in the very next day, my investment had paid off, as the particular organ had risen to 32,000%, making me over $300 million. I was now at the point where I had more money than I knew what to do with. I had no reason to participate participate in the organ trade anymore, as even the highest offers would only offer me a pittance of what I already had. All I did from here onward was aim to get the achievements and see some of the endings of the game. These endings can be discovered by fulfilling the requests of the characters with the yellow outline. They will pay you very little if any money at all for the organ they request, but if you do fulfill enough of their requests, a character with an exclamation mark will pop up. Simply accept their request, find the organ they want, and sell it to them. After that, one of the many endings are revealed. To describe all the endings in great detail would probably double the length of this video, so to summarize, almost every ending consists of you selling an organ that typically leads to suffering. The level of suffering is determined by what ending you end up going with. It could be anything from a simple lab accident to mass genocide. I rate this game a 10 out of 10. This is by far the best tycoon game I've ever played, and the devs clearly put a lot of love into it. And even though the price might be a little daunting, I think now is the perfect time to pick it up and try it yourself. Considering an update had just come out as I was recording this, links to the game and the soundtrack, because it absolutely slaps, will be in the description below. Have a good one.
一呀一自由，呀一自由啊，革命江山。